Hey, this is Intro to Meditation. This is the fifth one. We're going to be working with a candle meditation today. Let me read some things first and then we'll get into it. What we're working with here is the back and forth nature of our consciousness between what we choose to focus on and our wandering mind, which is natural and perfect, just as it is, right? Us humans are smart because our minds are limber and massive and move and can go at the speed of light. One particularly helpful thing to notice each time you pull your attention back to the candle is, what was I just thinking? The candle will be our focus today. So we're working with when our mind is on our focus and everything else. But it's helpful to stay with that everything else for long enough to know what it is. We learn our patterns, we learn where our mind goes when it's in neutral, right? I was thinking about a phone call I need to make, and I come back to the candle. I was thinking about a change I need to make to a song I'm working on. I come back to the candle. Our focus is the backdrop, and every other artifact of our attention and consciousness can be seen more clearly because of our still focus on the candle, right? Here's where we want our attention to be. Here's when we're focusing on the candle. Then that phone call is here, and it now has a backdrop, it has a background, so we see all the other action of our mind. Here's the need to make a phone call, back to the candle, strong, solid wall of attention. Right? And then here's the change we need to make to the mix. It pops up, we see what it is, we don't focus on it, we come back to where we want our focus to be. Okay, here's a quote from the Tibetan Book of the Dead. You must be ready to accept the possibility that there is a limitless range of awareness for which we now have no words. That awareness can expand beyond range of your ego, yourself, your familiar identity, beyond everything you have learned, beyond your notions of space and time, beyond the differences which usually separate people from each other and from the world around them. Here's some Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Let's do that one twice. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Here's a quote from Yagi Vasudev. Every other creature on the planet is doing its best. Only human beings hesitate about that. All right, here's the last one from Adyashanti. The most direct thing that I can say to you is to not believe your mind. Shift your focus from the mind to the heart, which means affectionate awareness and stillness. Your mind may not like you doing this at first, but with some time and patience, and more than a little love, your mind's reactions to the old beliefs crumbling will become less and less troubling. Relax, breathe, and open, and all will be well. So our way of meditating today is on a candle, right? It could be a stone, it could be a pine needle. In fact, I encourage you to use those different things as objects of meditation, not only because they hold our focus, but because we become more them. As we focus on a stone, we become more stone-like, right? As we focus on a leaf, we become more leaf-like. For today, it's a candle. It's bright, right? It's easy to find when we get lost in our thoughts. But we treat this just like every other meditation. We have our focus. We know our mind will wander. We don't beat ourselves up about that. We do notice where our thoughts have gone, and then we bring it back to the candle, right? As many times as it takes. Set your timer, of course, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you choose to do. When you sit down, set that timer because it helps make sure you'll stay there and complete the meditation, okay? So make sure you're comfortable, make sure you've stretched and your body is not calling for your attention, and then focus your attention on what you choose, which for today is the candle here in front of us.